Hey there, John Opinion Sports. Well, just got done watching the Giants Cowboys game, and it was pretty interesting. Defense probably had its best game of the year. The score don't really represent how the game really went. The Cowboys weren't sniffing the end zone without them Giants turnovers on offense, so really the Giants offense scored more points for Dallas than Dallas's offense did. Surprise, surprise. We sit here and say like it can't get any worse every week, but now we're basically scoring points for the other team. Couple quick shout outs. Jake Fromm came in at the end of the game last drive and had a few decent balls. Lorenzo Carter went off, man. He had a great game. 2 sacks, a strip sack. And I said before the season, I'm not going to be too judgmental on Lorenzo Carter because it takes 2 years to come back from that Achilles tendon. So maybe we'll start to see him come on a little bit. He was setting the edge real nice, made a couple real nice tackles. Overall, defense looked very aggressive. They gave up some run plays here and there, but Dallas offensive line, they're going to make plays in the run game. They're going to move people. They're going to get yardage. But I thought they minimized it as much as they could, and as they made Dak Prescott look awful. Outside of a couple throws, again, that were turnovers, the Giants that put them down in the red zone, they made Dak Prescott look bad. The Giants offense, though, they really were pitiful. The offensive line at moments did okay when it seemed like on run plays to the outside. On the inside, it was pretty much the same stuff. You're lucky if you get a yard or two. Mike Glennon was awful. I'm pretty sure he's done here. So I watched every Mike Glennon throw from last year and the Jags. I don't know what's going on with him, but he looks like a completely different quarterback. Now, I know the system's not good here, but yeah, he's just not good. So Joe Judge went for it at time. We've been calling for Joe Judge to be more aggressive because he's conservative, but when he does go for it, it just seems like it's the worst times imaginable. It's like this coaching staff has no feel for the game, when to go for it, when not to go for it. It's very strange. It's something I've never had to deal with as a Giants fan. Overall, though, I thought today was a day to be aggressive, but don't be aggressive on your side. Your defense is dealing, so you can punt a little bit. What really was aggravating with Joe Judge was early in the season when the defense was getting gashed over and over and over, week after week after week, and then you're not going for it. That's the time you go for it. So I don't know. It's weird. This coaching staff just has no feel for it. Overall, there's not a lot to talk about. Sterling Shepard hurt again, and it's unbelievable how these players get hurt. I don't want to blame the players for being injured, but where can you point? This dude didn't even take contact. He just came out the line and he tore something in his ankle, it looked like. So, Kenny Golladay just almost dropped the ball on the sideline, and he's hurt. Just barely any contact. Why are these guys hurt like this? So I don't get it. Our offensive playmakers are made of glass. Saquon Barkley had a decent first half. In the second half, he started dropping balls, falling down, just being bad. I don't know. Whatever's going on with it. Obviously, if you've been listening to my channel, I think the scheme is horrible. But the players aren't making it any better. The players got to give a little bit more effort or something. So, it looks like y'all are going to get your wish. We'll get Jake Fromm next week. Now, here's the thing. I know everybody's going to go nuts because, you look decent at the end of the half there. So I want to go into it a little bit and say, remember Daniel Jones' first game? They don't have tape on you. Your college tape don't translate well to what you're doing in the NFL. So you're going to basically have a free game to just do whatever you want. And the NFL, and the team that we play next week isn't going to know what the hell's coming. So that's a bonus. Now, 2 weeks from now, once there's tape on Jake, that's when the real fun starts. That's when the chess games start happening. So we might actually, I don't know, I haven't even seen the look who we play next week. It could be a possible win. If you started Jake Fromm in this game, we win this game. I'm sorry. Cowboys really scored 9 points in my opinion. The defense kicked their ass all day. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're a Cowboys fan, I'm sorry. You probably feel differently, but that's just my opinion. So we might have one more win in us from Jake Fromm. But he did look good. I want to give him some credit. He made some accurate throws. But again, I can't count on. It looks like Sterling Shepard's going to be out for the year now. I mean, how many weapons do we have? If Kadarius Toney can come back next week, that would be very helpful. But we need these guys to stop getting hurt. And I don't know how that happened. Sterling Shepard, at this point, I mean, I think he should retire. I don't think contact sports is for him. I just don't think his body's made for it. And he was even getting concussions, so I don't think really, how do you say it? I don't think really he could take the shots. I just don't think his body is built for it. So I think Sterling Shepard should honestly sit down and consider retirement after the year. And I'm not even saying that to be a dick. I'm just being honest in the moment. Kenny Galladay, not sure. Maybe next week's the week to finally get a touchdown and get him going. I don't know. There's not much to say. This offense is very disappointing week after week, but I have zero expectations from it. But somehow it actually looked like we could have a decent game today, and Mike Glennon kind of killed it. Sterling Shepard drops, other things kind of killed it. That's pretty much all I got. Defense was awesome today. I mean, I can't say enough for them. Even with all the injuries, the cornerbacks, they mixed it up really well. I liked it. They didn't just sit back in their shell defense. I can't really point to one player who had a bad game, really. I mean, I respect their effort they gave today. They got up for this game. One of the more heavy, harder hitting games I saw from the Giants defense this year. So respect to that. They really brought it to the Cowboys. If I'm a Cowboys fan watching this game, I am iffy on my team right now. And I know my last video for this year, some Cowboys fans took exception to the stuff I was saying. I think if you go back and listen to that first video I made, all my opinions really still stand. I mean, this division's just so awful. The Cowboys are kind of apt a little bit, like the Cowboys being an average team at best. I mean, they're the class of the division, and I don't think they're a playoff team, playoff worthy team. To be honest with you, they're not consistent enough. You get moments of big plays, flashes, and then this Lawrence Taylor, Micah Parsons thing. Listen, I'm old enough to have watched Lawrence Taylor. I'm sorry, it's not a comparison. I get all the stats. Lawrence Taylor was an impact 95% of the plays. Micah Parsons was gone. I mean, outside of a couple of rushes from the middle where the center just completely made dumb mistakes. Yeah, I don't see the comparison. I'm sorry. Micah Parsons is a hell of a player, but he doesn't make an impact like Lawrence Taylor did. Plain and simple. So I think we can stop with the silly narrative with Micah Parsons. I get it. If Micah Parsons was playing like that here in New York, we'd be happy. We'd be revving up our guy. But us being Giants fans, we obviously know better to not put him in that LT category. That's a whole different level. So if he wins Defensive Player of the Year, that's great. Don't see Lawrence Taylor. Offense still pitiful. Maybe we'll get 1 week next week where the offense is good. It's just kind of pretty simple. I probably could have made this video in about 2 minutes, but just want to kind of cover some things along the way. So that's it for me. I got this game recorded on my DVR, so I'll go rewatch it. And I think there's a few things to talk about. I'll pick a couple players for the defense, and we'll have a conversation. But good game from Logan Ryan, James Bradbury, because I kind of made a video kicking them this week. So good on them to come out and have a good game. And James Bradbury almost had an interception this week, so look good. But that's it. Like, subscribe, and peace.